Sam. The boys sent me on a trip to Hawaii. I had so much fun on the helicopter ride. Donate to other kids to go on trips like me. Let's get this party started. In 3, 2, 1, go! Thank you.
Hello, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for the 28th annual Des Moines Gala, When Stars Align. I am honored to be this year's Des Moines Gala chair and your host for the evening. While this year, the Gala continues to look a little bit different, we continue to have the same powerful mission, which is to grant life-changing wishes to children with critical illnesses. As we get started, make sure you're registered so you can participate in our silent auction, as well as make a donation directly to Granting Wishes. If you haven't registered yet, it's so simple. Just text WISH to 74121. That's WISH to 74121. So I hope you've had a chance to make our signature cocktail for this evening. And cheers to another year. Now let's take a moment to remember some of the wishes we've granted together this past year.
I got a taste of the real world. I got battered on the North Shore. It gave me comfort when I always knew that. I always knew that you were there for me next door. I lived it hard on the long road. I ran through every single zip code. I get lonely, but I always knew that. I always knew that your heart I could call home, and nothing could ever stand in our way. Whether it all falls down, whether it all falls through, I know that you'll be waiting there for me when I come through. Even if I get knocked down, even if I get pushed through, I know you'll be standing there for me, strong like a statue, oh like a statue, statue, oh like a statue, statue, oh like a statue, statue. I'm trying to touch the people that want to touch me back. Have a real conversation without all the attack. You always gave me the pass, you never took with that ass, never the tip of the tat. Now that's a friend of the max. You were always like that though. Came to every in-town show, always jamming in the front row. Good vibes, Bella Santo. and nothing could ever stand in our way. Whether it all falls down, whether it all falls through, I know that you'll be waiting there for me when I come through. Even if I get knocked down, even if I get pushed through, I know you'll be standing there for me, strong like a statue, oh like a statue, oh like a statue, like a statue.
Good evening, I'm Kara Barnes, auction chair of the Des Moines Gala. I'm so excited to share this year's silent auction with you all. Thanks to the incredible support of so many local businesses, we have over 100 packages in this year's silent auction. If you're not already registered, it's really simple to do. Just text WISH, W-I-S-H, to 74121, that's 74121, and you can get registered. Once you've completed the registration, you'll be able to see all of our amazing packages on the website. The auction will be closing tonight, May 1st at 8 p.m., so be sure to bid early and set those max bids for your favorite items. Once the auction closes, all winners will receive a receipt as well as pickup instructions. Items will be available for pickup for the week of May 3rd from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Make-A-Wish Iowa office in Urbandale. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you're registered, reply to any Kutego message with help, or if you're joining us live tonight, send us a message in the chat. We'd love to hear from you, so let us know if we can help in any way. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some bidding to do.
Hi, my name is Sarah Karowski, the President and CEO at Make-A-Wish Iowa. First, I would like to thank the board, staff, and Des Moines Gala Committee for all that they have accomplished in the last year, especially during a global pandemic. It is incredible what they have done for this organization. Like each of you, COVID-19 has impacted us all differently. You probably know that we have had to pause all travel wishes until it is safe for travel to resume for our wish kiddos. Today, we have over 300 eligible wishes waiting to be granted, and 150 of those are travel wishes. As soon as it is safe, we are going to want to be able to act quickly and make these wishes happen, which will take each and every one of us. As you consider a gift to make a wish, I would like you to watch the story of Jacob and Jordan, two siblings who had wishes granted 10 years apart. Please enjoy this video by Trilex.
Our daughter Jordan, she is full of vigor and life and excited. She's very involved with SALT, a Christian group. She's participated in multiple mission trips. She wants to get in the field of social work and work in the healthcare, and just certainly proud of all that she's done and her accomplishments.
Jacob is currently 19. He is a young adult with a soft heart for a lot of people. He loves the outdoors. He loves hunting and fishing. He's always ready to lend a hand, help somebody. And both of our children are now adults, and they are both wish children. Jordan, she was diagnosed in February of 2008, and prior to that, for a couple months, she had a cough. In reality, it was a tumor in her chest that was quite large, and so she had a very dramatic onset. She actually just stopped breathing here in our kitchen. We took her to the ER, and we found out that it was T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma, and the size of the tumor in her chest was almost the size of a basketball.
Cancer was, what is that? You know, what does that mean? I didn't know what cancer was. I just thought I was sick. I thought I had like the flu or something. And then not knowing what today is going to bring. Am I going to feel good today? Am I going to have to go to the hospital today?
There was a time where it was just Jordan and I, and she leans over and asks if she's going to die. And that's probably the hardest thing for me. Jacob continued to be a normal young student. His junior year, he wasn't feeling very well. He was in soccer, very tired, very lethargic. So we took him to our local physician, the same physician that diagnosed Jordan, and we received the phone call when we were outside on the patio. that Jacob has T-cell lymphoblastic leukemia.
It took me like 2 years, not even that year, but like 2 years to realize what cancer was and how bad it can be. My first initial thoughts when I got diagnosed was, well, I'm gonna have a long journey ahead of me. We gotta do it.
For Jacob to experience what Jordan had, and then to understand that now he has to go through it, they've just both come out on top, and we're just very lucky to have that.
It's definitely an adventure for sure on both sides, as a sibling and as a patient, and me and Jordan get to experience both sides now. Make-A-Wish impacted Jordan when we went to Disney World. That was her Make-A-Wish trip.
When I first heard that I could wish for anything, my mind was just like spinning.
They came over and said, what do you like? What kind of sports do you like? Jordan sat that in.
It was so amazing to have that opportunity of just being an 8-year-old and having your world and your imagination just open up in such a hard time.
Instead of a trip, a 1 week long memory, a boat came into mind because I love fishing. Every trip you go out, it's a brand new memory and a brand new adventure. I know that it's going to be with me for the rest of my life.
Permission to come aboard, Captain!
What's more exciting to see a smile on a child's face, witnessing Jacob and his boat, and Jordan in Disney World? That's priceless.
Yeah.
There's so much to the world than being in a hospital. There's so much in the world to look forward to.
Think of every day as a gift and don't take life for granted.
Words can't explain how amazing that feeling was. Literally, Make-A-Wish was my savior.
And all of these things, I think, has given them courage and confidence to speak about their opportunities that they've had, the adversities they've had in their life. And a lot of that is due to Make-A-Wish. It just makes such an impact on these children and gives them something to look forward to and gives them the strength to know that they can overcome adversity and they're not alone.
Wish stories like Jacob's are the why behind our giving. I'm Abby Stensland. Not only am I the 2021 Des Moines Gala Sponsorship Chair, but also part of a company who is proud to support Make-A-Wish. At Stensland Sod, we're thrilled to have an impact on the lives of these kids as they go through the unimaginable. As a parent to 2 small girls of my own, I can't imagine being in their shoes. And we're so happy to help provide a transformational experience for these Wish kids and their families. Please join me in thanking our 2021 Des Moines Gala sponsors.
This past year has been a year unlike any other for our organization and for our Wish kids. While COVID-19 has had a dramatic impact on all of our lives, it has not changed the fact that we have Wish kids who need to have their wishes fulfilled. We've worked really hard at Make-A-Wish this last year to adapt and continue to grant these wishes. We want to make sure that each child who can receive a wish receives it at the time they need it the most. This year has seen more wishes like shopping sprees, travel trailers, and fishing boats like Jacob's. Our volunteers have embraced virtual wish visits and found creative and fun ways to enhance the wish journey for our Wish kids and their families. Due to travel restrictions, there are many kids that we have had to place their wishes on hold. Because of this, we currently have the largest number of wish kids waiting for their wishes than ever before here in Iowa. As travel resumes, we will be granting wishes at an unprecedented rate. This is where you can make an impact. You have the power to help us grant wishes, not only for today, but for tomorrow. You can do that tonight. Donating to wishes is easy. If you've already registered, just reply to any QTago message with the word give and the amount you'd like to give. For example, give 1,000. Or you can click donate in your Q site and click any pre-selected level or type in your own amount. If you're not registered, that's easy too. Just text WISH to 74121. Tonight, you get to help us raise enough money to fund a wish. The average cost of a wish is $13,500, which is a great place for us to start our Fund a Wish portion of the evening. Please meet Wish Kid Taylor and hear her story.
Hi, Taylor has a form of epilepsy called Rasmussen's encephalitis. She had her first seizure when she was 7 years old, completely healthy child before that. She ended up having a total of 7 brain surgeries in the last 5 years. That's when her first epilepsy seizure started, was 5 years ago. We actually had a friend from church actually say, hey, you guys should try to do Make-A-Wish. And I ended up submitting a form and stuff to Make-A-Wish, and she was approved for her wish. And your wish was?
Swimming with the dolphin in Hawaii.
Yep, and we went to Hawaii June of 2016.
Because it means a lot of bonding time with family and a stress reliever.
It was a lot of fun and a lot of good family time that we hadn't had for 2 years, just with her in and out of the hospital.
I really like dolphins, and I thought it'd be a very cool place, and it's warm there.
What was your favorite part of your wish?
Horseback riding.
It was actually horseback riding.
I am Taylor Gordon, who would like to find a wish like mine.
Thank you, Taylor. Taylor's wish to Hawaii is a popular one. Wishes can often be the first time that these kids have ever seen the ocean or had certain experiences like seeing Pearl Harbor. One of my favorite things to hear from our wish families is how they enjoyed the time away together, away from the doctor's office, away from the hospitals, all the doctor's visits, the tests. It really is a wonderful break for them just to get away, enjoy each other, and focus on their family. When you donate $13,500 tonight, which is the average cost of a wish, not only are you fully funding a wish, but you will actually be paired up with a wish kid that is waiting for their wish right now to help make that wish magical. You can then truly see or hear the impact that this wish has on that wish child and the family and the hope and joy that you are bringing to that child's life. So get on your phone and donate. Just type give 13500 to fully fund a wish and be paired up with a wish kid here in Des Moines. Next up, I'd like to introduce 5-year-old Austin and his mom and dad.
My name is Jen Mulhoff, and this is Austin Mulhoff and my husband Travis, and we are getting a wish. Austin, where are we going?
To Disneyland.
To Disneyland? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? we were gonna go to Disneyland this year, and we ended up, because you have your tuxedo on, yep. But it did get postponed due to COVID, so we are hoping to go next year. Yeah. And we're really excited. Yeah.
Austin was diagnosed with a craniopharyngioma, which is a rare brain tumor, when he was 10 months old. And we went to Iowa City, where they did a biopsy and confirmed that it was a craniopharyngioma. We were there for 2 weeks, and then 6 months later, we did another MRI, and it showed that the tumor was growing again. When he was 2 years old, we lived in Memphis for 3 months, and then after 18 months, the tumor started growing back. So in October of 2018, I believe, we were in Memphis, and they did a full craniotomy to remove the tumor, and they got 90% of the tumor. They couldn't get it all. So we've been going back for scans ever since, and the latest scans have shown that the tumor has started to regrow again. So right now we have scans in May to determine what our next plan of action will be. So
I think Austin was probably 3. Abby Stensland, she's from my hometown, and she had contacted us, and she is the one that got us involved and helped us get Austin's wish. So it was really through a friend, and we're so thankful for her and Jody Stensland that brought us into this. So that's how we became to know about Make-A-Wish. I feel like people should support Make-A-Wish for kids like Austin, to give them either a week of fun and free and just being a kid. We're really looking forward to that for him, so he can just be a kid and enjoy all the things that a 5-year-old should enjoy.
Fun to wish like mine. Raise those hands.
Thank you, Make-A-Wish!
We have over 330 Wish kids here in Iowa waiting on their wish, and Austin is one of them. Now let's take a moment and let that sink in. 330 kids here in Iowa that are waiting for their wish because of travel restrictions. 330 kids that are waiting for that wish experience. These 330 kids, they need your help tonight. Imagine yourself as a child. Imagine yourself with a critical illness where you've spent countless hours and days, weeks and months in the hospital to be told that you cannot have your wish right now due to these travel restrictions. The COVID-19 pandemic has put these wishes on hold. Now, think about adult you. How can you help? Go ahead and make your donation tonight at the $7,500 level. Again, it's easy to donate. Just text GIVE 7500 or click donate in your Q site. Or if you haven't yet registered, just a reminder, text WISH to 74121. For those of you who are at our event back in 2018, you might remember this next Wish kid. Everybody meet Leo.
I'm Dad, Travis.
I'm Mom, I'm Kristen, and this is Leo.
He had been diagnosed with Batten disease, a very rare neurological degenerative disease, and at this time we went there expecting a new medication for seizures, and then that's when we kind of got the news that this was going to be a lifelong battle for him, and one that he most likely won't win. And at that time, we were still strong. We had the best care team behind us. We were confident going into this that we were going to be able to give him the best life we could and prepare for this long fight.
Leo went on his Make-A-Wish trip in June of 2018, and we went to Carsland. It was a blast. He had the best time. They did everything just to make this special for him so that we didn't have to worry about a thing. And it was couldn't have came at a better time for him.
We had a private meeting with Lightning McQueen himself there, which it was hard to even hold Leo there while they were bringing Lightning McQueen out for him. As soon as he saw him, he had to break free and rush over there to say hi.
He loved it. His favorite ride was the race ride, of course. So we rode that a bajillion times.
There was one ride in particular that was pretty much a replica of Radiator Springs, which is in his favorite movie, Cars. And it was pretty much, the race would start off as 2 cars, and they'd bring you and their family side by side. And that was one of the last times we actually heard Leo speak and more than one-word sentences. Right when we're about to take off, he says, "Let's race."
Yeah.
And then we both just looked at each other just in shock.
Yeah.
And then the ride took off real fast, and he was just all screams and smiles the rest of the way.
I loved it.
That was our window, that time, and it was so, we were so concentrating on what's happening today and what's going to be happening tomorrow. We didn't think to ourselves to take that time to go on a Make-A-Wish trip. That didn't even occur to us as a priority.
I think when we got the diagnosis and we went on our Make-A-Wish trip so quickly, we were just, what's next? What do we do? What's next? What do you do? And when we went, it was just like a time to just sit with him and enjoy him and just live for a little bit, which was awesome. Because it completely makes a difference in everyone's life. We just feel really blessed to be able to have that moment.
As parents, sometimes you can overlook the things your kids that really are going to cherish and that you're going to cherish after your kids are grown, because you're so caught up on giving them what they need and meeting their immediate needs. And I think that's really where we were at, and why I'm so thankful. You know, we were already preparing for this big fight and this big battle. Taking that time to set ourselves and have these experiences that we wouldn't get again wasn't on our radar, and we're so thankful that we took that time.
Who wants to fund a wish like Leo's?
Thank you, Make-A-Wish.
Thank you so much, Leo, and your family. It's always great to hear from our Wish alumni. We granted his wish on stage at the Des Moines Gala. That was the first time we've ever gotten to grant a wish live on stage. This is another example of a wish involving travel, and these are the types of wishes that are currently waiting. Typically, over 80% of our wishes involve travel. And if you've ever flown out of Iowa, you know that tickets are expensive. A gift of $5,000 would cover the airline tickets for a wish like Leo's to Carsland in California. While we're talking about travel, I know many of you have airline miles that have been sitting there waiting for the last year. Donating your miles to Make-A-Wish is an excellent use of those miles. Not only do they never expire, but depending on the airline, you can donate as little as 500 miles. It's very easy to donate those miles. Just visit wish.org/Iowa and click the Ways to Help section. Be sure to select Make-A-Wish Iowa as your chapter of choice. And if you'd like to donate $5,000 to help cover airline costs like Leo's, just text GIVE 5,000. Now I'd love for Sienna and Colt to introduce you to the $2,500 level by sharing their stories.
And I am Sienna's mom, and my name is Sunita. It started when she was a very small baby, and it just looked like she was dehydrated. When she turned 3, they decided to do genetic testing and a kidney biopsy, which at that point is when we discovered she had what they call Alport syndrome, and it's a very rare kidney disease. We came about Make-A-Wish was her kidney doctor said, you know, I don't want you to freak out when I tell you this, because as a mom you do. He said, but she is approved for Make-A-Wish. And obviously at that point I just start crying because I'm like, what does that mean for my child? And he said, no, it's not it's not fatal. She's just, with her disease and it being so rare, she becomes part of that Make-A-Wish.
Because I was in love with princesses and I wanted to take pictures with them and see them. It was one of the characters' birthday there, so there was a lot of balloons, and me and my sister and my brother, we were hopping around laughing and jumping, and it was so fun. I loved it there.
Supporting Make-A-Wish obviously grants wishes for children, and for families that wouldn't normally be able to do something like that. Like for our family, obviously, we're not able to provide trips, for our family, but this granted her a wish and a time with just our family. And we didn't have any worries as far as bills or anything like that. It was just very family oriented. We were able to spend time together, and it was precious for us. So it's important to families.
Who wants to make a fun to wish like me? Raise your hands, people.
Thank you, Make-A-Wish.
Hey, Make-A-Wish Iowa. My name is Phil Colasso. I've been a supporter of Make-A-Wish for almost 20 years. My wife and I unfortunately couldn't be there for the gala today, but we believe passionately in the power of a wish, and so we've given $3,000 to help fund a wish, and we would encourage all of you to join us in helping because wishes are waiting and these kids really need our help.
Hi, my name's Colt and I'm 8 years old.
Hi, I'm Colt's mom, Mandy. Colt was completely healthy until he was 3 years old when he started having some seizures, and the seizures quickly spiraled out of control, and he was diagnosed with Duce syndrome. Over the years, he has tried and failed every single treatment option, including pharmaceutical meds. He's had brain surgery. He's had devices implanted in his chest to try to stop his seizures. We've tried cannabis, every single thing out there. Last spring, he had brain surgery to separate the two hemispheres of his brain, and we're still here and we're still having seizures. When he was about 9 months into his diagnosis, he was granted a wish through Make-A-Wish, and we chose for him, he was kind of young, he was still 3, so we chose for him to go to Florida to Disney World because we knew how much he loved watching Mickey Mouse on TV, and he's a huge fan of The Lion King. And just before his 4th birthday, our entire family went to stay in Florida at Give Kids the World Village. And we were not only able to go to Disney World, but we were able to go to several theme parks in the Orlando area. It was so much fun. It was good for Colt, but it was really good for our whole family. We have 5 kids, and I think siblings are often forgotten, and it was very meaningful that it wasn't just celebrating Colt, but it was celebrating them too, because they're very much a part of his journey. Prior to Colt's wish trip, we were always told how a child getting a wish granted could actually help their health, and even though long term he's still sick, it was almost a miracle while we were there in Florida. He was having so many seizures before we left, we didn't know if we'd even be able to take the trip. As soon as we landed in Florida, he had one brief seizure, but then that entire week he had no seizures, which was very, very unusual for him at that time, to go days without seizures. So I do believe that the magic of Make-A-Wish did help him somehow be healthy on our trip and enjoy it and help our family. make lasting memories.
Who wants a fun wish like mine? Thank you, Make-A-Wish.
Thank you so much to Sienna and Colt. And just a reminder, if $2,500 is your level, just text GIVE 2500 or go into your Q site and click on donate. While you're making your donations, I want to talk to you about Wishes Reimagined. Because of COVID-19, wishes like Sienna and Colt's theme park wishes haven't been possible. And so we've had several kids who have decided to reimagine their wishes and think of something else they want to wish for. For Archer, our next wish kiddo, this meant a basement playroom. I'd like to introduce you to Archer at the $1,000 level.
He has a CHD and his is pulmonary atresia. So the right ventricle did not form properly and it makes it very hard for his body to pump oxygen throughout. So he has had 2 open heart surgeries. He's getting ready for his 3rd sometime this year. And he's had many other procedures. Hopefully the future will not bring any more surgeries, but it's very unknown with what he has. I mean, everybody knows about Make-A-Wish.
Because of COVID, we couldn't do the trip plan anymore because they were actually shut down at the time. So then we thought of doing the basement idea because we thought if maybe, this was filled with everything he could play with down here, even if he was limited capability with playing, he could at least have this for, as long as he lives, basically. He can enjoy all the electronics or toys.
This has really been something that our whole family can use. We have an area that we can watch movies and cuddle and just have a good time all together. There's places for Archer to just have fun by himself. His big sister and big brother can play down here with him or have their own space, and it's just really nice to have somewhere that we know is safe for him and for us to still get to do things together, especially once we get closer to surgery time and we can't go out in public, we can't go to the park like he loves to do and things like that.
I love the benches.
These kids have been through way more than anybody should ever have to go through, and this is just something that takes their minds off of it. And it doesn't matter what the wish is. I feel like it's geared towards that child and whatever in that moment their heart desires.
Open your wallets.
Thank you, Make-A-Wish.
Archer is a great example of wishes we continue to grant every single day still because of donors like you. At this $1,000 level, you can help cover the installation cost of a pool or a play set, which we have a lot of in our pipeline of wishes for this summer. As we close our program tonight, I ask that you think about any meaningful gift that you could give tonight to help grant these wishes. Consider a gift at this $1,000 level, or perhaps $330 to represent each wish kid that's currently waiting on their wish. Or maybe $2,020 because something good has to come out of 2020, right? I want to thank you for your participation tonight in this unique setting. We plan to have a normal event in person next year that will be bigger and better than ever. We are moving locations next year too. We will be at the Iowa Event Center on May 7th, 2022. So get ready and mark those calendars. Before we go tonight, I'd like to introduce you to one more Wish family.
Hi, I'm Teresa, Wish Mom and Decor Chair for the 2021 Make-A-Wish Gala. For those of you attending virtually, I want to thank you for making my life just a little easier this year. My son Adam received a wish in 2009. His wish was to go to the Australian Open tennis tournament and to the beach. It's been 12 years, but at the end of January every year, Adam sends us a text with a different photo and a note letting us know how many years it's been since his wish. It's something he will never forget and always cherish. Today, Adam is a pharmacist, has a great girlfriend, still battles medical issues. However, that's just one part of who he is. It's because of these events and supporters like you that make wishes like Adam's a reality. On behalf of all of the Make-A-Wish families, I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight and for helping us grant the wishes of tomorrow. Thank you.